Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you read my recent community post, this is probably going to be my last video in about a couple weeks. I just need to take some time to prepare, get my content better, and get myself better, and have a great 2025 on YouTube. So, this video is probably already kind of outdated. It's been a week since the DNC has elected Ken Martin as the chairman of the Democratic National Committee to succeed Jamie Harrison, the previous chair of the Democratic National Committee. And he already was one of the worst chairs, maybe ever for the Democratic Party, and also maybe even including the Republican Party. So, you needed 214.5 votes to win. If you want to know how they got 0.5, that's for overseas delegates. But Ken Martin, he won 246.5 on the first ballot. He got through. Ben Wickler, even though he got last-minute endorsements from people like Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, he still was not able to win. There were also candidates like Martin O'Malley. He was a former governor of Maryland, a candidate in 2020. A presidential candidate in 2016. He got 44 delegates. Faiza Shakir got 2 delegates. Jason Paul got 1. Marianne Williamson, she actually dropped out at the when she gave that speech at the election. She endorsed Martin. So Ken Martin, he is chairman of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party, and of course now he's not anymore. He's the chair of the National Democratic National Committee. Ben Wickler, he was the chairman of the Wisconsin Democratic Party. So I just want to talk about how this new Democratic committee actually sucks so bad. Ken Martin, chair of the Democratic Farmer Labor Party. Like Ben Wickler, at least he was able to keep his state, which I believed if Michigan would go lean red, if Pennsylvania would go lean red, I believed Wisconsin would go lean red too. Wickler did better at keeping his state less red than Martin. Martin is also just a straight up fucking progressive. He does not understand moderates. He can't get those blue dogs, and he's definitely not going to be able to actually negotiate issues among the Democratic Party. I feel like even though Wickler might be farther from the spectrum, the political spectrum for me, he probably would have still been a better chair than Ken Martin. So, I believe Ken Martin will drive this party downwards. I believe that they're going to have a worse 2026 than predicted. David Hogg, I also want to talk about this guy. He is now one of the vice chairs of the Democratic Committee. So, I search up David Hogg. Yeah, here. He's literally just some stupid kid. He's 24. And then he has some of the worst policies I've ever seen. He was a survivor of the Parkland High School shooting, which is really bad. That happened, but I just want to talk about this guy's issues. He's literally like an anarchist, man. He does not. This new Democratic National Committee, they cannot negotiate with those blue dogs. He can't negotiate with those Israelite Democrats. I feel like they're gonna lose ground in New Jersey. They're gonna lose ground in New York. They're gonna lose ground in California. I think they might gain some ground in North Carolina and Georgia, but they're gonna lose ground in the entire Rust Belt. So I don't know. David Hogg, and the only reason he even got to be was Ben Wickler. He actually endorsed him for vice chair, just so he can get those Florida delegates. Ben Wickler obviously did not win, but David Hogg won. So honestly, as a Republican, this is probably better for us because you know that these guys, they are they're absolutely gonna run the Democratic Party into the ground, and Republicans are gonna have an amazing 2026 if these people are actually that bad. Also, like here's an example of him not being able to communicate with the Blue Dog Dems. Uh, he described Mary Peltola, one of the moderate Democrats who left office in 2024 after losing to Nick Begich, awful on gun control and bidding her good riddance. So he clearly has no intention to try and get over some of those more moderate Democrats. And he's from Florida, so it's not like he's actually going to have any swing state approval. So yeah, David Hogg, Ken Martin, they're not going to be good leaders for the Democratic Party, I'll say that. It's going to be a while until the next video, but see you next time.